Alright, okie dokie. First off, this video is a bit different to usual ones because I'm speaking at the same time as drawing, which is different because usually I just do voiceovers, so this might be a little bit of a challenge, so we'll see how it goes. Also, do you like my nails? Check them out. I feel so sophisticated. This is my sketchbook, which I haven't drawn in for... The last thing I drew in here was... last thing I drew was at Christmas, so yeah, it's been a while. Just because, you know, college gets in the way and foundation stuff and I'm really busy. But this week I've decided I'm going to have a break from foundation stuff, just for a bit of relaxed time, but so I don't feel like I've completely wasted the week, I figured I'll make a little video, why not? I really enjoy videos where people just sort of sit down and speak whilst they're drawing, like they're my favourite type, because then you can just sit down and draw with them. So I thought, why not try and do my own? So yeah, I want to do, let me find the page. Oh, let me get to it. I really like drawing portraits like this, and I did a few of them, and I really did enjoy doing it, and I planned on doing a few more, but then college got in the way, so I thought, now I've got a bit of free time, why not get back into drawing portraits? Right, so I've chosen a picture, and it is this one, and I'm just gonna start drawing, I guess. That's the way to go about it. It's been a while since I've drawn a face, so bear with me. I guess I wanted to take up the whole page, so I'll plonk her eye about here, and I think that'll be okay. I find putting the middle, the iris bit of the eye in, really helps me to draw the rest of the eye around it. And that's something that I find helps. And then I guess the pupil bit's about there, and she does have a bit of shine on the eyeball there. I find it helps when I'm drawing a face to not really think about things as facial features and just think about them as shapes. Instead of thinking, oh, I'm drawing an eye, and just thinking, oh, I'm just drawing a line which curves round like this and then the shape connects up here and all that stuff. When I'm looking at her eye, I think this bit here, the corner of the eye is slightly lower than this corner of the eye, so this bit should be higher than this bit here. Because I'm kind of going for a likeness, but if I don't get the likeness and it still looks like a good drawing, I'm not too bothered, but it would be nice to have the likeness there. I think that is the basic outline of it. I'm pretty happy with that. And then the eyelid is kind of, it follows the shape of the eye up till about here, and then it sort of tapers off a bit further away from the eye, but it still curves. Still a bit of a curve. There's still a bit of a curve to it. So the eyebrow is almost parallel with the bottom of the page, but up a tiny bit. So that's how I like to think about things, is how close they are to the parallelness of the page. Oh gosh, I'm so bad at explaining things. The parallelness of the page, what does that even mean? I don't know. It's like a bit of a gap, and then that's where the eyebrow finishes around there. There you go, that's an eyeball. So I'm going to draw the other eyeball, and I will be back once I have done that. Check out this rubber. But how cute is that? I love it, and it's just so easy if you want to just rub out a tiny bit instead of getting your big boy rubber out. Curves up a little bit there, and then it comes back down to here. This one's got more of a curvature than the other eyebrow, because you know what? Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Fact for you there. It's got quite a wild angle here, because it comes in all like that. Has that just blown your mind a little bit? And there you have it. There are two eyes, which should I shade them in now, or should I draw the rest of the face and then shade? Oh, too many questions to have answers that I do not know. You know what, I'm going to shade in now because I enjoy shading. I'll do a bit of shading, I won't go all the way, but I'll do a little bit. Alright, so I'm just going to start shading, and she's got pretty dark eyes, so let me do this bit first. And then the outer edge of the eye is a tiny bit darker than the rest of the eye, so that's a thing to keep in mind. And usually like the top bit of the eye, this bit here, is a bit darker because it's in shade from the top eyelid, so keep that a bit darker than the rest. And then she's got a little bit of a sparkle in the eye, so I'll just make sure to not colour in this bit of white here. Sorry if my voiceover is not very exciting. I'm not very used to drawing and speaking at the same time. It's new to me, so you know, be kind, be nice to me. I like to blend the outside bit of the eye out just a tiny bit so it's not a super harsh line. Also, the white bit of the eye, sometimes people just don't really shade it because they think, oh, the eye's white, so I'll just leave it. But no. You gotta shade it because then it'll look more realistic. Usually, like I said before, the top bit is darker than the bottom bit because the eyelid on top's casting a bit of a shadow. And that's happening on this picture, so I'm going to darken this bit a little bit. I'll just do like a block like that to imply that the eyelashes are there. I watched Moana yesterday for the first time, and I have to say I very much enjoyed it, and now I've just got You're Welcome stuck in my head. I've had it stuck in my head for the past 2 days. Gonna say except you're welcome. What else did I watch? Oh, I also watched Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Basically yesterday I just went on a movie marathon because I was having a relaxed day. I was having a lazy day, so I thought, let's watch a bunch of movies. So I watched Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And they are such good films. Like, you hear Diary of a Wimpy Kid films and you think, they're probably not going to be that great. But wrong, I absolutely love them. I feel like they're such good films and they're so underrated. And I used to have the books as a kid. I was obsessed with the books as a kid. Every single birthday I got a new Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. And I would have that read within a couple of days. Which, to be fair, isn't that hard, because like half of the book's just pictures. But I enjoyed to look at the pictures. There you go. That's probably like my most favourite bit to do, just the inside of the eye. I love shading that bit. That's looking pretty alright, that. I'm happy with that. So, you shall move to the eyelid. And then the in-between bits, this bit's darker here. And the middle bit's lighter because that's where the light's catching on it. And then this bit again is darker. Okay, so this bottom thing has eyelashes on it. This bottom thing, that was good descriptive words, wasn't it? The waterline here, I've left a little gap here for the waterline, and then I'm just going to do a bit of eyelashes coming off of it. Because when people draw eyes, like a big common mistake that I see a lot is they'll draw the eyelashes coming directly out of the eye, and they'll forget that like the waterline is a thing which exists. So always make sure you leave a little bit of a gap and then draw the eyelashes coming off of there. Gotta say, except you're welcome. Oh, I love that song so much. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. My friend has a card book with titled Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but it's like a miniature version, and once she brought it to dancing and she put it on top of the Christmas tree. Fun times. Funny times. Let me know if this is a sort of video you like, where I'm just sort of chatting and drawing at the same time, or if you prefer just where I do voiceovers. Because I'm still going to do the foundation videos, of course, because I love doing them, like the videos where I film what I've been doing throughout the week. But then little in-between videos for the weeks where I'm not filming stuff, I could do videos like this where it's just more chill and just sort of chatting and drawing at the same time. Was what I was thinking of doing if people are interested, if people like it. This bit needs to be way darker. Way darker. What's she doing? I'm not 100% on the shape of the eye, to be honest. I think she's got a bit more of a rounded eye in the picture, but it's okay. It's off by like half of a millimetre. By a fraction of a millimetre, so it's fine. I don't really need to stress that much about it. This line needs to be thicker.
Wait,
Oh,
it's that way. Wait, it's a weird angle. I can't compute.
I know.
Oh.
Right, go away.
Alright. Be gone by.
Okay. So I finished this side, I did quite a bit of shading and just didn't film it because it was a little bit boring, to be honest. So next big thing, it's a big moment. I've got to plonk the nose into place. So the nostril on most faces, like the edge of the nostril is in line with like the corner of the eye. So this is kind of in line. So I'll just go to about there, to about there. I mean, it's not the most accurate of things, but it'll do. I think that's about where a nose should be. Nostrils are a tricky thing to do. That looks about right. And that's kind of like a rectangle, this bit. Okie doke, so I have drawn the nose and the mouth, and I guess I'm just going to start shading them in. I'm going to do the nostrils, I think, because that's what really brings a nose to life. The nostrils are the eyes of the nose. There we go, and then just instantly that looks 1,000 times better. This bottom bit here, which I've kind of already shaded in, is a lot darker than the rest of the nose because it's underneath the face kind of, so the light's not going to get to it as much. So I've shaded the nose in a little bit, and I've made sure to leave a little white bit here, for that's where the tip of the nose is catching on the light. And now I'm just going to work on connecting this bit up with the rest of the drawing. I'm going to add in a big block of shading right here. It's a bold move, like that. It's got a bit of a swoopy doop here that connects up to here. Do you like my descriptive words? A swoopy doopy. And the tip of the nose in general just needs to be darker. I've not done it dark enough. Silly me. Alright, that's the general gist of the nose, but that's looking way too clean for me. It's looking way too clean and perfect, so I'm going to messy it up with a few blotches, because real life skin, it's got them blotches and you just got to embrace the blotch. So I'm going to add a few little blotches, because I think that helps make it look a bit realistic. Has anybody noticed that I've changed my little icon, my logo thing, the thing that's in my circle? Not changed it massively, I've still kept the same design of my little character thing, but I've made it a bit nicer. Because I was just looking at it the other day and I just thought, nah, I'm not feeling it anymore. It's a little bit yucky, it's a bit yuckaroo. So I thought, you know what? Seeing as I'm having some free time, I'll spruce it up a little bit. She's got a little bit of a white gap in between her skin and her actual lip. That's just where the light's catching on it, so make sure I leave a little sliver of white. I'm just going to be bold and shade this in dark. She's got a little bit of the teeth poking out here, so she's got a tiny bit of a gap between the two front teeth, so I'm going to add a little black line there. I have finished the mouth area and I've started to add in a bit of the hairline. I did struggle with it at first because I made her forehead way too big, but I've sorted it out now. So, let me get my picture back up. I'm going to draw the rest of the outline of her face. I actually really enjoy drawing ears. And it is so nice, especially because she's got quite sticky outy ears, that's the truth be told. But to be fair, I really like when ears stick out, I think it looks super cute. And this angle here where it starts to taper in is on line with the corner of the lip, like about there. So I'll draw down to there, and then here start to curve it round, and then her ears start in line with the top of the eye. So about there, that's where her ear is, and the same on the other side. It's right there. I've also got to start thinking about, let me show you, see how I add sort of patterns to my drawings, like scribbly squares. I'm a big fan of a scribbly square, and then I'll leave some bits as just lines. I want to do that with this one. I need to think about where I want to put the scribbly squares. I think I'll just do them in her hair and maybe a bit on her forehead, because I want to start trying to incorporate the scribbly squares into the face rather than them just being in the background. Her ear sticks out about the same width as her eye is, so it goes to about there. It finishes with the bottom of the nose there, and there we have an ear. Exciting times. I want the scribbly squares to kind of merge in though with the skin. I'm not really entirely sure what it'll look like. We'll just see what happens. We'll cross our fingers and hope that it looks good. Do you like my bunting? My little rainbow bunting that I've got decorating my desk. I think it's very cute. My mum knitted it. She's been going a bit knitting mad lately. She knitted my teddy a jumper. She keeps decorating the mantelpiece with all the new things she's knitted, and it's just so much on there. The time has come. There's no more avoiding it. I'm going to do some scribbly squares. it's gonna happen any second now. She's gonna do it. Here we go. And I've done it. I can't remember where Scribbly Squares came from when I first did it. I think one day I was just scribbling about and I just started doing these squares and I thought, hold on, I'm enjoying them. And then since then I've just kind of been doing a lot of them. I got a little bit carried away and I shaded the cheek as well. I did the forehead. I think it's looking alright. So I'm just gonna go a bit wild and add in a giant triangle of shading right here. I feel like she needs more of a shadow here where the nose joins the cheek. The crevice of the nose. Ooh, crevice, what a lovely word. You're welcome. Oh, you know what I've proper been getting into? I've been really into Just Dance. I used to love Just Dance as a kid, and I thought to stay active, fit and healthy, I'll do some Just Dance. And my mum joins in with me, sometimes my brother. And I don't just dance, I perform. I put so much effort into them. And I made myself a little Just Dance playlist with all my favourite songs on. I just had a fun time boogieing to the music. I don't like it when my drawings are too smooth, which is why I add quite a lot of random marks where there aren't actually marks on the face to make the skin look a bit less perfect. Okay, so I finished off the majority of her face, but I didn't film it just because otherwise this video would be getting way too long. I've been examining my drawing and the photo I'm copying from, and I've come to the conclusion that it looks like her, but it looks like an I've not really done it justice. The model in the picture looks a lot prettier than what I've drawn, but I'm okay with that. I don't really mind. I have no idea who this is that I'm drawing. I just peruse Pinterest and find a picture that I like. I probably should find out the name of this person, but I won't be able to find this picture on Pinterest now. It's long gone. Okay, so I've been doing a bit of tweaking. I didn't film for quite a bit, just to make sure this video didn't get too long. I got rid of some of the scribbly squares, especially on the forehead there, and then some on the neck, just because I feel like I went a bit too crazy with them and they were just they were overpowering the drawing, so I knocked some back. I also finished her hair a bit there, and I've now also got to do is fill in this bit of gap here. Hair on this side's pretty dark, so I'm just going to shade it in one block colour, but then as it goes further towards the top of the head it goes, oh let me get my rainbows in, some of the shots are pretty. Further towards the top of the head it goes a bit lighter because that's where the light's catching on the hair. One of my favourite things to do with the hair is to add these little scragglies on the outside. I'm going to do that now. And then what I could do, because remember I've got this ridiculously tiny rubber, I can use that to just add little bits of highlights on the hair. So I'm going to call that done. I'm pretty happy with it. I am liking it a lot. I hope you like this video. I hope you like this sort of thing where I'm chatting whilst I'm drawing. I know it's a lot slower paced than my usual videos, but hopefully you found it relaxing and maybe you even drew along with me. I'm going to plonk this in my book to finish it off. I decided I'm going to put it next to my other one so they match. There we go. I'm very happy with those two. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.